Hey, it's Christine Ruiz of ChristineDeco.com. I was actually trying to go live in a mastermind, in a mastermind group that I'm a part of, but it wasn't posting, so I was like, let me just get on my own page and see if it works here. Look at my little naps in the background. And it's, what is it, Monday, March 26th. I put some chapstick on, but you know, sometimes it is what it is, and my bun is lopsided, but we're just gonna do this. So anyway, in my mastermind called Deep Abyss that I'm a part of, I was listening to a recording, and the title was Let Your Freak Flag Fly. And Diane, who's also my mentor, she's been in the online or internet marketing, home-based business field for, I guess, 18 years or so. And she talked about a lot of stuff in the recording, but one of the things she talked about is in this industry, and it's something I'm definitely learning and have learned, is that it takes not a specific person, but it just takes a certain personality type or will or drive or just rebellion, I don't know what the proper word is, to really delve out and go into this industry. Because you deal with rejection, you deal with having to depend on yourself. You making a sale or making money or not making money isn't depending on you showing up to an office or a location or a building and doing what you're told to do. It really depends on you. Hey, Ray. It really depends on you taking the time and energy and effort to be creative, to write, to reach out to people, to interact. It takes you doing repeatedly, day after day. Whether you do it for 1 hour, 2 hours, or sit down for 8 hours. Here, hold on. You see how we're dealing with rebellion right now in this household. Hey, Ray. Of course, when I try to go live, my son decides he's just gonna act a donkey. He's having a fit right now. Anyhow, but it takes you, Dane, really? Sorry, you guys, but this is real life in my household. It takes you, depending on no one but yourself, to go out there and whatever service, whatever solution is that you have for other people, to get that word out, to connect with people, to pour into people and build those relationships so that you can, essentially build that relationship, have that working relationship, serve someone else, and in exchange for that service or that product, make income, make money, make a living. So it takes a level of courage and daring, and maybe it takes a level of just being pissed off or fed up with things, with the status quo and as they are, and saying, I'm going to venture out and do something on my own. With it taking those different type of personality types or that sort of will and drive, you tend to run into some interesting characters, right? I don't know if Ray's still on here, but Ray is the mind mechanic, and he works with people in regards to hypnosis and some other techniques to really help them clear and deal with issues they might have been dealing with, and find success in their lives, not just their business, but in their lives. So I don't necessarily go and meet hypnotists all the time, just going to a regular job or work. It's not like I just run into a hypnotist on any given day. So hold on, because my child has just crawled into the window, so I need to make sure. Hey, sir, sorry. Let's see. Gotta get him before he falls out the window. So anyhow, it takes, you end up meeting a lot of people, and some would say a lot of freaks, a lot of just random, interesting people. But it's a cool experience, and I feel like I've gotten to really, I guess, virtually meet people that I wouldn't have under any other circumstances. And I feel like that's a gift, and it's something that I appreciate, and something that I find myself growing and benefiting from and learning. So I wanted to just kind of put that out there. Another thing she talked about is everything is relative. And I think this is a great example. Today it's like going to be a high of 44 degrees and it's the end of March. Now in New York, the weather we've had, 44 degrees and sunny is nice. You know, that's good weather. But if you're in, Georgia like my mom is, or Florida, like my dad is right now, or certain areas, 44 degrees in March is cold. You know, that's winter weather. And not to say that 44 degrees is warm, but when you compare it to the weather we've had, so in relation to the weather we've experienced, it's warm. And so just keeping in mind, there's oftentimes a lot of things in life that are relative. Relative when you base it upon whatever your circumstance or situation, current or past. So when you deal with issues and have things that you need to address or deal with, kind of keeping that in mind, that everything is relative. What might be devastating for you might be not that bad for someone else. What might be an amazing experience or opportunity for you might just be all right for someone else. They're not doing cartwheels about it. So just in interacting and living life and meeting people, keeping in mind that everything is relative. So while you might be very excited about something, and there's oftentimes I'm really hyped and excited about something, and someone's like, okay, it's interesting. And I'm like, why don't you see this? Why aren't you excited the way I am? I even have to do that check of everything is relative. So it's something I always tell my kids. We can't control other people. We can only control ourselves. And so in knowing that and living that, just keeping that in mind, having that self-check so that you don't put your hopes and dreams or expectations in other people, that you keep that within yourself. And you still interact with people and pour into people and learn from people and grow with people, but always keeping in mind that everything is relative. It's all relative. So it looks like, hey Kirby, how are you doing? Kirby, I'm sure you probably meet some interesting people in the entertainment field. I was just talking about how in the home-based business or network marketing, online marketing field, how you tend to meet a lot of interesting people. And I know Ray was on here earlier, and he's a hypnotist. And what's up? Yes, I'm looking a little. Well, I'm not looking dusty today. My edges are looking a little dusty, but yeah, Dane just had a fit tantrum, so I'm gonna have to put stuff back once I get off this live. But yeah, just saying how in the industry, because I think with, and even I guess with, obviously with the entertainment industry, there's certain industries in life where it does take a special person to venture out into that field, to be able to be willing to rely on their own resources, their own creativity. I did a past life regression hypnosis. It was dope. Yeah, I want to do some more work with Ray, but yeah, he goes by the mind mechanic, and he does hypnosis and some other techniques having to just do with, you know, everything affiliated with your mind and mental and dealing with stuff. So he's not just, he does work with people in business to help them with success, because oftentimes there's a barrier, something, a block that you have to deal with that's stopping you from kind of getting to that place where you want to be, or you know, even with regular life and relationships, just being able to freely be yourself. But I was saying how you tend, and I tend to find that it takes a certain type of person to go into certain fields, to say that I'm going to rely on my abilities, my creativity, my drive, my willingness to take action day after day, and that's how I'm going to make my living, based off of me. And it's not saying that if you have a regular job or a career that you're not special or unique, but I was just saying that I have found in run into so many very interesting people that I've never ran into just kind of being in when I was in, you know, corporate America, or when I was in the nonprofit world. And the mastermind recording that I was listening to earlier was called Let Your Freak Flag Fly. And just saying how oftentimes we tend to think that the things about us that are weird are a hindrance to our success, but oftentimes it's what can catapult us to our success. That uniqueness, that creativity, that quirkiness, whatever it is, to not be ashamed of it, not to kind of try to hide it or close it off, but to be you, to express it, and to know that there's other people that it speaks to. You know, there's times when I get on here and I feel like I'm looking cute, and then there's times when I get on here and I feel like I'm looking a little raggedy. But to me, the more important part is if there was something that I heard or learned or have experienced that can speak to someone else or encourage someone else, or maybe ignite that flame under them to go and to jump and do what they feel in their heart to do, that's what it's about. And kind of getting out of yourself is not, well, it's not always about me. So that's why there's times where I'm like, maybe I should go and put some mascara on, or, you know, do something with my edges, brush my edges before I get on here. But then it's like, after I do all that, I might not still have that same message. It might have dwindled. So taking that time to embrace who you are, and if you're really inquisitive or kind of goofy, or, you know, a techie or nerdy or eccentric, or whatever it is that you are, just being that and being comfortable in that and letting that freak flag fly. Because really, everyone's got something that's different, something that's unique, something that's, you know, peculiar or special to them. But that's what makes this whole experience is being able to interact with people. So that's pretty much it. You want to say hey, Dane? Now you're not acting like a little whiny wat? He's like, no, I'm about to act up again. All right, let me take this before he shuts it off for me. But anyhow, it's Monday, March 26th. I hope that everyone has a great Monday and a great start to their week. You know, I always say Monday sets the tone, but even if Monday ends up being whack, you can just start over tomorrow. That's the beauty of life and having a day, taking it day by day. Definitely good to have a vision and a goal, have something to drive towards, but also very important to be present in each day. You know, I definitely know what I'm striving to do for today and tomorrow and this week, but today I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to enjoy being able to be home with my son, for him to even get on my nerves, right? For him to be able to have a tantrum and act up. Just actually taking the time to be present and just feel and experience that. So that's it. I might be on here later today. I'm not sure. And I'll probably do a post specifically about this, because I don't know everybody's going to read this or watch this all the way through. But for parents, and I was talking or did a post about it the other day, who are looking to get their child into modeling, I do have my email list that I'm starting, but specifically for parents in Philadelphia, there is a all right, Dane, did you not go tear up my book? There is a casting coming up in the Philadelphia area, and I believe it's for kids 4 years old, maybe it's 4 to 6. I gotta check it again. I'll look. But it is for a casting. So if there are parents in the Philly area that I may not realize are in the Philly area and want to submit their child, I am not a casting director or an agency, but it's something that I know is coming. I have the contact for the person. Send me a message or something so I can get that information to you, Dane, or DM me your email address so I can email you information. All right, we're on tantrum number 5. Look at this. He's cute, but he does tantrum sometimes. So, signing off. Have a great day.